This is making waves on social media, so we really want to kind of clear up what exactly this means. So a lot of headlines out there saying that we hit the hottest temperature ever globally recorded on Monday. So what that headline is actually telling us is that they took an average of temperatures across the entire globe, air temperatures, over land and over water, and on Monday, going back to records in the 1940s, it was actually the highest number ever. So this chart basically showing all the lines with every single year plotted going back to 1940. The colored lines here on the top indicate the top 4 years. So 2016, 2019, 2022. And then the black line here on the very top, that's this year, 2023. On Monday, we hit 16.88 degrees Celsius. That's about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, think global average. Doesn't sound like a hot number, especially compared to our daily high temperatures, but that's a pretty big number for us. So again, where do we get these numbers from? It comes from the European computer model. Now, we talk about that a lot during the tropics, the tropical season when it comes to hurricane forecasting. They also have a climate monitoring service known as Copernicus. And Copernicus uses data from air temperatures from over land and over water. So observation data combined with modeling data. And what explains this big spike in the temperature is probably a combination of climate change, of warming temperatures over the last few decades, combined with natural variability. So I think maybe climate change is exacerbating some of these natural tendencies that we're seeing. And again, this is calculated using model data and observational data. Now, what does this mean for everybody? Of course, warmer temperatures means that we could see more active conditions in the tropics. So let's talk about some of those natural factors that we're seeing. Well, we've got a strengthening El Nino in the equatorial Pacific, which means warmer water temperatures. Well, the Atlantic has also been much warmer than normal. What explains that? Typically this time of year, we've got a strong area of high pressure over the eastern Atlantic, and that helps to bring in more wind, which helps upwelling, which brings up colder water temperatures to the surface, also brings more dust over the Atlantic, which helps to block out sunlight, thus reducing water temperatures. Well, this year that high is a lot weaker and farther to the west, which means that there are no trade winds to churn up the water and to bring that dust overhead. Water temperatures have been running well above normal. In fact, they're above 80 degrees in all of the orange shaded areas here, Tim. So this number, again, big scary headline. Basically, it's a combination, again, of climate change mixed with naturally occurring phenomena, but definitely a big headline maker. But we have seen more dust in the tropics in the last week or two. I mean, you can see it there. It's really shut things down for us.